A warm welcome to the session on Perform DC machine winding by developing a connection diagram, test on growler and assemble. At the end of this session, you will be able to remove the armature from the body, gather and record the armature data, test the armature with a test bulb to ensure that it is grounded. Use an external growler to check the armature for shorts in the coil. Use an external growler to check the armature for open in the coil. Let us now understand and draw the connection diagram of the mixer. We must first note the nameplate details of the given mixer. The nameplate details of the given mixer is shown in the figure. Manufacturer, voltage, model, wattage, serial number. By removing the screws from the closing cover, disassemble the rubber bush. Trace and find out the primary supply leads and the internal components and list them. Power supply cord, selector switch, that is speed control switch, thermal overload relay, that is thermostat, armature, bottom and top coils. Let us now draw the connection diagram by tracing the internal connections between the field, armature and speed selector switch. Removing the armature from the mixer. To remove the armature from the mixer, the procedure is as follows. The top cover screw, which is attached to the mixer's inner side, should be removed. Take off the mixer's top cover. Remove the connecting pulley. Take the inner leads and main supply lead away from the speed selector switch connections. Take away the carbon brushes. Use a center punch to mark the location of the bottom cover and the mixer's body. Remove the bottom cover by releasing through the machine screw. Disconnect the armature shaft from the fan blade. Taken out the armature from the status of the mixer grinder. Inspect the armature visually for any defects on it. Keep the armature on winding stand and count the number of slots and segments. Record the data in the tabular format. While preparation of armature, all the points those are shown in the PDF data sheet. The data sheet shows some important points. They are number of slots, number of bars, coil span, number of turns, number of coils per slot, wave winding or lap winding, core diameter, core length, razor width, razor depth, razor diameter, etc. Data to be taken and make the armature. Connection diagram. The figure shows the arrangement of armature, conductors in the slots and connections of commutator segments. Ring diagram. In the ring diagram, the connections of the coils with commutator segments are shown in the form of a ring diagram. Using a center punch, make a dot on the lightly rounded ends of the indicated commutator segment. The commutator segment's end connection to the slot should be traced. Separate the commutator razor's armature lead. Apply a thinner to the winding and slots of the armature. Fiber or hilum wedges should be taken out of the armature. Calculate the coil pitch. Take out each armature coil from the slots one at a time. Count the total number of turns, the size of the winding wires, the weight of each coil, the type of slot insulation and total weight of the windings. Write them down in the table. Number of turns, size of windings, weight of the coil, type of insulation, total weight of winding. Let us now perform the winding of armature. After choosing the winding wire, mount the spool on the stand in accordance with the original winding. Place a guide paper in the designated slots before inserting the coil. Place a guide paper in slots 1 and 6. Hold the armature in hand, with one end of the coil side in the slot number 1 and other in slot number 6. Wind the armature by hand. Count 36 number of turns and then make a longer loop. Make another 36 turns in the same slots 1 and 6 by holding the loop with fingers of the hand. Make a short loop at the end of the second coil and start winding the next coil in the slot numbers 2 and 7. Make a long loop at the end of 36 turns and wind the same number 36 of the turns in the same slots 2 and 7. Let us now perform the soldering of the armature after rewinding. Measure the lead swing length so as to reach the identified commutator risers. Take off the winding wire loops, insulation where it connects to the risers. Arrange the end connection wires in the risers in the correct order and then secure the extended wire connections from the risers in place by tying a rubber band to the commutator. Properly solder the end connections to the risers. Trim the risers of any extra solder. After checking the connections, attach the armature's end connections. Use an external growler to check the armature for shorts, open circuits and the grounding. After ensuring that the armature is flawless, varnish it. After that, take off any extra varnish. Let us now test the armature. Use a test lamp between the commutator segments and shaft to check the armature winding for ground. Attach the armature growler outside. Turn the growler on. Hold the hacksaw blade over the slot's top and down its whole length. Watch the hacksaw blade vibrate and listen for the growling sound as you slowly rotate the armature. By maintaining the growler switches turned on, attach the AC millivoltmeter or ammeter leads to the top two neighboring segments. Rotate the armature and continue testing all the adjacent bars. In the event that the armature winding is flawed, rectify the particular segment. Varnish the armature after preheating. All the above tests are found okay. It is now concluded that the armature is good. Recap. In this module, we have learnt removing the armature from the body, gather and record the armature data, test the armature with a test bulb to ensure that it is grounded, use an external growler to check the armature for shorts in the coil. Use an external growler to check the armature for open in the coil. In this session, we have learnt how to perform DC machine winding by developing a connection diagram, test on growler and assemble. In the next session, we shall learn some more concepts. Until then, take care.